When Cairo's chaos wears you down, hop on a bus, head 2 hours north, and you'll wind up in Alexandria. Yes, the Alexandria. It sits next to the Mediterranean Sea, is more laid back, has better coffee, seafood, and its own sights to see. First up is the Roman Amphitheater. It was built in 2nd century AD, is the only Roman amphitheater to have ever been discovered in Egypt so far. This wasn't for gladiators, instead for ideas, music, poetry. Voices raised instead of swords. It's smaller than you'd expect, intimate. Just stand in the center, speak, and your voice carries to all seats, just as it was designed. All around are ruins, a bath complex, villas still clinging to the last bits of their beauty. Mosaics cracked, but not broken. Colors still peeking through the dust. A reminder that elegance doesn't need to shout. It just needs to endure. As you meander through the streets of Alexandria, grab a glass of fresh squeezed sugarcane juice, cool, sweet, and earthy, so you can properly enjoy the art, scenery, and who knows, maybe a random cart piled high with extremely breakable and very decorative glass that is just hanging out right in the middle of the street as cars whiz on by. When you've had enough of the sun and heat, head below ground to the catacombs. Built around 2nd century AD, forgotten for centuries, and brought back to light in 1900 thanks to a donkey who fell through the earth like some accidental explorer. Down here, it's cool, damp, still. The walls echo with something ancient. The architecture, part Egyptian, part Greek, and part Roman, feels like a cultural fever dream carved into stone. And you wonder, why do the dead always get the best hideouts? Why do tombs feel more thoughtful than most living rooms? I'd love to eat lunch down here. Maybe not in this part though. This area is where the Egyptian Blair Witch Project movie starts. Back above ground, recharge with a glass of fresh squeezed guava or mango juice. Sweet, sharp, and exactly what you need. Then head to another kind of refuge, the library. Not just a library, the library. One of a handful of ancient libraries that stood amongst the oldest, grandest, and most ambitious attempts to collect the world's knowledge under one roof. Until Julius Caesar might have accidentally torched it to the ground, thousands of scrolls up in smoke. Who knows what was lost? Maybe the exact blueprint for the pyramids. Thanks, Caesar. Really. The new Library of Alexandria doesn't date back to 300 BC. It opened in 2002, but it's still something to behold. 11 stories tall, a sloping circular design that looks like it's slipping into the sea. Inside, it's wide open, airy, natural light pouring in through carved windows, rows of books, a shocking number of books, places to read, to breathe, to think, and best of all, air conditioning. Sweet, glorious air conditioning. You walk out of the library full of facts and questions, but what sticks with you most isn't a scroll or a blueprint. It's the sound of Arabic echoing off the street like poetry with grit. Arabic is a very beautiful and poetic language. It's just a different way of moving through the world. For instance, there's no way to simply say hello. You say salam alaikum, which means peace be with you. Imagine that, starting every encounter by wishing them peace. That changes the tone of everything. English punches, Arabic flows. One is built for business, the other for poetry. Take maktub, which means it is written. There's no English equivalent, but it's just a way of explaining the twists and turns of life. And if you find yourself here, you'll want the essentials. Shukran means thank you, and yalla bino means let's go. Trust me, you'll hear that one a lot.